The only time in life you eat a big pickle is at a football game.
7 minutes
Or a
after 7
basketball
o'clock.
game.
96.5 KECO in Elk City, Oklahoma.
Gigantic
I am prepared
pickle.
to agree with you on that.
Because you can only buy them in these gigantic Sam's size containers, these 17-gallon jugs of pickles.
Then that's the
I just
question.
spit all over the room, and then I did it again.
That's the question of the morning then. Does anybody out there actually ever purchase at the grocery store or Sam's Club or from the internet Best Made? Is that the brand with the girl, the person on the front? You know what I'm talking about? Is it Best Made? Does anybody ever actually purchase the jug, the 5-gallon jug of pickles that are individually the size of your forearm?
Don't you usually have to go to the Cracker Barrel or Sam's to find jugs that big?
Does anybody actually buy those?
Pickles. Who
at the
eats
store?
Gigantic pickles, the big pickle. When we were kids and went to the football game, did they give them to you in a something that looked like either a paper towel or when we were kids? Remember what snow cones came in?
The cone.
The cone.
The paper cone.
Did they give you the gigantic pickle in the paper cone?
By the way, you ever thought about, because of the shape of the cone, how little you got in one of those?
Tiny.
When you got a snow cone in one of those actual cones? Because it's getting smaller.
Whoever decided you could put a snow cone in a big styrofoam cup, genius.
That is brilliant.
Genius.
You talk about breaking away and not being scared.
That broke
what
the
everybody
mold.
else says and does.
That business model, much better.
Good morning, you two corn cobs. That's from the text line. Also, somebody said yes, and I don't know if they're are you saying you go and buy the pickles?
Is it possible our own sister purchases the 17-gallon jug of jumbo dill pickles?
I don't know what's more astounding, that she does or that I remembered it was Best Made with the picture of the person on the front.
That's not her refrigerator, is it? Is it?
Is it the garage refrigerator?
Oh, that's right. She has 17 refrigerators. I forget that.
The garage refrigerator.
Boy, when Y2K rolls around, she is going to be ready. When the revolution comes, she and Imagine Dragons are going to be ready.
This is later the garagerator. The refrigerator in the garage, the garagerator.
Hawaiian Punch?
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Hawaiian Punch and pickles?
Somebody's having a tropical party.
Somebody open a daycare?
Why have we not been able to go to the garagerator and have more summertime fun?
That looks like
Look at that.
Is that Aunt Virginia's
That is a
refrigerator in Sulphur or Apache?
That is a summertime party ready to happen when you've got those giant Best Made pickles and Hawaiian Punch.
Is that the only brand of gigantic pickles?
No wonder she never wants to leave her garage. That is the place to be. Well, in this heat, I don't know. You'd have to get out there pretty early. But speaking of that, 78 degrees, more of the same. Are we just prepared to say it, Landry? Heat advisory today. High this afternoon, 107. Get ready. Get ready to run. Which version of the Traveling Soldier song do you like better? Cody Johnson, the recent one, or Dixie Chicks version from 15, 18 years ago?
I have a kid who recently attended a Cody Johnson concert at the Paycom. She said it was a lot of fun. I couldn't tell you, except for Traveling Soldier, because we played it and Nathan told me who it was. Mm-hmm. I couldn't have told you a single song.
The ride is worth the fall. That's him, Cody Johnson.
So he's a cowboy?
Yeah, he is.
Is he a legit cowboy?
Yes, he is a
real cowboy.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I got to give it up and bow down to that. Will he be at the rodeo?
If not, why not? That's what I'm saying.
You know, George Strait was a legitimate rodeo cowboy,
We've been
right?
in and out
Team
of
Roper, Calf Roper,
in between.
A George Roper.
Name that song.
A Mr. Roper.
Now we play the final showdown scene.
Credits was cowboy rides away. If I can sing the whole song.
As the credits roll, the sad song starts to play. This is where the cowboy rides away. I heard it.
You know, that's a pretty good song.
Yeah,
and he sings it pretty good.
Amy Donuts, 301 North Van Buren, making them round or flat, whatever way you want them. They got donuts to fit your Landry. They've got donuts to fit your geometric needs. If you want them round or flat, geometric needs.
It's flat or geometric shape,
whatever. I mean, round or square, round or rectangle, There you go. 301 North Van Buren, east side of Elk City, Amy Donuts. 225-90697 is the text line.
What you gonna do?
12 minutes after 7 o'clock, Nathan Landry and you, the early morning show.
Hasn't Vince Gill had an interesting career? He started out in bluegrass, kind of. Then he joined the New Christy Minstrels, Pure Prairie League. Was
New Christy Minstrels.
Was Pure Prairie League? Was it a country folk group?
Yeah.
Pop folk country something.
Yes.
So he's bluegrass. He's Pure Prairie League, whatever that was, and then he becomes Vince Gill after being around for a while. And he becomes a superstar in country music in the early 90s.
They finally let him be himself.
And he just does what he does, and he's awesome. And then he joins the Eagles, and he's considered one of the world's most renowned guitarists, playing with Eric Clapton and the Eagles and that bunch and those people. And, he's really good, and he has a lot of shades, a lot of sides, very talented. And, in his prime, he had an excellent singing voice.
Yeah.
He went real high.
Yeah, it was real good.
It was really good.
I'm trying to bring up...
he could be as country as they came, but yet he also had a pop flavor.
I'm trying to bring up Cody Johnson's version, Sam. There, I did it again. I called Sam Landry to call Landry Sam. See, this is Cody Johnson, okay?
Past 18, he was waiting on a bus and his army green sat down in a booth in a cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gave him a smile. He said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling pretty low.
So this is Cody Johnson.
She said, I'm off in an hour and I know a place we can go.
Okay, that's more upbeat. It's a sad song, but it's more upbeat than the Dixie Chicks version.
2 days past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his army green, sat down in a booth at a cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gave him a smile, and he said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go.
Okay, so you got it? You got that, right?
Yes.
Cody Johnson, Dixie Chicks.
He went down and sat on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care, 'cause I got no one to send back a letter to.
Turned into a Nicholas Sparks movie.
I sent one back here to you.
See, it's about a guy going off to war.
Mm-hmm.
You get that, right?
Right.
So they went down and they sat on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I send one back here to you?
Okay.
So which mandolin?
Yes.
I like a mandolin.
Which one do you like better, listeners? Do you like the Cody Johnson version or do you like the Dixie Chicks version? 225-9697. That's number one. Question number two, are you going to make your decision based on their politics, or are you going to make your decision based on how it actually sounds? Because I think there are a lot of people who just cannot stand the Dixie Chicks as human beings because of their politics. And I think it probably colors their view of the Dixie Chicks music. And brings up a larger question. Can you like someone's art if you don't like their politics? Can you like someone's art if you don't like their politics? Can you like an actor's performance or a singer's performance if you don't like their politics? 225-9697. What do you think? What do you think? Landry, can you like someone's art if you don't like their politics?
Absolutely. I don't want to know. I decided a long time ago, I really don't want to know people's politics. I don't want to know their personal, but if you're an actor, if you're a singer, I just want to enjoy. I just want to be entertained. I want to feel something. I want to think something. I want to be entertained. I don't need to know who you voted for dog catcher in the last election, what your views are on tax policy and human rights. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't care. Because several years ago, I realized the more I learned about certain people, the less I like them. I just don't want to know. I don't want to peel the layers.
Keep me ignorant and let me enjoy your art.
Ignorance is bliss.
One of our listeners said, I have bought them, the pickles.
Oh, yeah.
I've bought them and I saved the pickle jar, and it was glass when I bought it, so I used it for sun tea.
I hope she washed it first.
225-9697, do you buy the big pickles? Number one. Number two, which version of Travelin' Soldier do you like better, Cody Johnson's version or the Dixie Chicks version? Number three,
did Granny make her sweet tea, her sun tea? Her sun tea. Remember sun tea? You set a pitcher of water out on the porch with these large tea bags, and you let the sun do the work. Didn't she have a container with a spigot at the bottom?
yes.
That's what I thought.
It was made for sun tea, I think.
Tea
it was
container.
made.
Yeah. My grandmother brewer is the only person I ever remember making sun tea.
Good as from Chopper Dave. Good Friday morning. Politics are stupid. Enjoy the art for what it is. Politics are stupid. Enjoy the art for what it is.
And
by the way, he votes for the Dixie Chicks.
That means they're winning. That's 1 vote to 0. I wonder if Cody Johnson sang this in his recent Oklahoma City concert. Wouldn't it be tough to be a traveling soldier? You sign up. If you sign up, you make this your life. You make this your career. But not only are you in the military and possibly risking your life, serving your country, you have to move around a lot.
Yeah.
In California, then Vietnam, and he told her of his heart how it might be love. All of the things he was so scared of. He said, when it's getting kind of rough over here, I sit and think about that day on the pier, and I close my eyes to see your pretty smile.
By the way, did your daughter say what it was about the Cody Johnson concert that was so much fun? Did she elaborate?
Nope. I need to ask her.
Yeah, please do. And then report back. Can you report back to us?
I can try.
Briley didn't know what Daddy was doing. All the Briley knew was there were donuts there. How cool would that be? You wake up and there's donuts, probably from Amy Donuts.
Have you ever been that guy? I have. Provide donuts
Donut guy?
for the kids who wake up and donuts are already there?
Probably, yes. I think I have. Of course, working here, getting here early, it's tough.
Well, there are weekends,
Well, you know what I let myself do? On Saturday, the one day a week I'm able to sleep, you know what I let myself do? For the good of Landry, for God and country. Okay, for the good of my family, for the good of the service.
Yeah.
I let myself sleep Saturday morning. Otherwise, I'm no good to my family.
Yeah, but
they need me to sleep.
Do your kids sleep too on Saturday?
But Landry, Briley only knew that there were donuts there, and Diddy had brought them, and then Diddy took him to school.
No, but not P. Diddy.
Turns out Diddy had already been at work for a couple of hours. And then after he took Bradley to school, he went back to work. That's how they rolled at Advanced Financial Strategies. Work, day after day. Advanced Financial Strategies, the website, retirewithbaca.com. The question, which version of Travelin' Soldier do you like better? Do you like the Cody Johnson version or do you like the Dixie Chicks version?
And by the way, they're not the Dixie Chicks anymore.
Well, I'm sorry.
They're just the Chicks. Didn't they change their name about the same time Lady Antebellum did? They became Lady A.
Yeah. Maybe that, huh? Maybe. Maybe I'll ask that
Potable?
later. 225-9697. Which version of Travelin' Soldier do you like better? This is the Dixie Chicks. Hear that fiddle? Hear that dobro? That's dobro.
I don't know all that, but I know that Brent Venables got a 2-year contract extension as head coach of the University of Oklahoma football players.
Have you ever heard him sing this song?
At $10.5 million a year, the Oklahoman claims that his salary is in the top 10 in the country. Although we don't know how much the coaches make of the private schools like USC and OCU
And Heritage Hall.
and Bishop McGinnis. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brent Venables has coached in 8 national championship games, and he has won 3 of them.
That is astounding.
With OU and Clemson.
It reminds me, Landry, of the Penny News that I'm holding in my left hand, and I hope everybody goes out and gets a copy, and then I hope they turn to page 10, and I hope they see Jason Jones Plumbing and DJ's Rental and Sales and Ryan Finn Livestock Watering Solutions and Alex Eubank Water Well Drilling. You need water? Page 10 of the Penny News. Take a look. Landry.
Nathan.
Sean Wilson is going to broadcast at Zuni Tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Way out on West 3rd Street in Elk City from 5 to 6:30 this evening. It's an audio competition, Landry. It's an audio competition.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Whoa.
I mean, it's getting kind of crazy. That thumping you hear tonight, that thumping you hear between 5 and 6:30 is going to be that audio competition. You're moving stuff. Look at you moving stuff around over there
ready. I'm getting
like
ready
a sheriff,
get after
like
it.
a city manager.
I'm
Look
getting
at
after
you
it
over
over here.
there. Landry, where's that thing Sean sent me? Do you know?
No. It's the hand of another guy, too young.
It's like, okay, here we go. It's a
touching
car
her shoulder.
audio competition. 5 o'clock, $20 runs, all systems welcome. Feel it, hear it, prove it. United States Auto Sound Competition International. It's a Zuni Tunes. Let me take a look at this AI-generated ad I'm looking at.
Melvin make that?
It's way out at somewhere.
Is it true if you have an itch for that, there's a cream for that?
Can't find. Oh, 30. There we go. 3520 West 3rd, 3520 West 3rd in Elk City, 3520 West 3rd. 5 to 6:30 this evening.
Can I suggest a soil erosion mitigation question?
The early morning show on KECO will be back any minute. If you love America, you won't change the station.
Cotton is blooming, the heat is relentless, and for many, the rain just hasn't come. Drought doesn't just stress a crop, it weighs heavily on the families whose livelihood depends on it. Every acre matters, every bowl matters. Don't leave the finish line to chance. At Carson County Gin, we know the end goal isn't just getting your cotton ginned, it's maximizing your profit. Our commitment is to help you earn the best grade possible, protect the quality you've worked so hard to grow, and put more money back in your pocket. Farming isn't getting any easier, but you don't have to face it alone. When harvest arrives, trust the people who treat your crop like it's their own, because to us, it's never been just about cotton. It's your livelihood, it's your family tradition, and it's our privilege to stand beside you every step of the way. Carson County Gin, 15 miles west of Pampa. The website is carsoncountyGin.com. Your cotton deserves the best, so do you.
People call it hay wrap, but the technical term is net wrap. Our net wrap is like the strongest in the industry. It has a 12-month UV stabilizer so it don't break down, and it holds your bales together longer and makes it more worth your money. The cheaper stuff only lasts, I feel, if you wrap it, probably a couple months, and it's going to start breaking down when you try to move your bales. This one lasts a good over a year. Holds it tight. They want to keep their hay good, so it's good for their cows and horses not getting moldy and breaking apart when they're trying to move it and lose half of it down the road. There's like handles that's made on the roll because they're long and they're pretty heavy, but this makes it where you can pick it up and put it in there. It's not so bulky and you have to manhandle it so bad. It's the green and yellow brand colors, and everybody likes that color just because it holds up better and is stronger, and I've had a lot of good feedback from it. People can come get this hay wrap at Camrock Supply. 2111 South Main in Elk City. We're right south of Fred's.
There are times you're sitting here and you can't help but cry. It's hard. A lot of the families that, they've been married for 75 years and one of the spouses has passed away. That's unimaginable to me, what that would be like. But you listen. I mean, I'm interested. I like hearing how they met and what they did on their last anniversary, or, how many kids they have and stuff like that. I think that's cool. I like hearing that. Most of the people that come in here, when they start talking about that person, they start telling stories. And once they start telling stories, the mood lightens, and then they start laughing. Our receptionist in here is always amazed at the number of times people come in and they're kind of standoffish. And before they leave, they're laughing and cutting up and being themselves. I think that's a key. Willis Granite Products. Our website is willisgranite.com.
Minutes after 7, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. BD Ford got 2.9% interest for 72 months and 2.9% for 84 months, plus $1,000 customer cash on all F-150s. That's BD Ford, northeast part of Elk City.
Nathan, I got the dryer fixed yesterday. The heating element was replaced. So this week, let me recap for you, okay? This week, I have purchased a brand new car battery. I have purchased 4 brand new car tires for the same car that got the brand new car battery. And I have paid to get my dryer fixed, which means I've dropped about $1,000 this week for repairs and new parts, new things. And you know what? That happens. That's life. I cannot wait for your flat tire update.
Well, it's getting fixed. That's all I can tell you. They couldn't patch the tire because the screw was too close to the sidewall, so they're going to replace it.
So it wasn't that the hole was just too big. It's just that it was too close to the sidewall.
Yes,
okay.
It was.
And so
you look down and you see a screw in your tire.
Yesterday morning, you get up, flat tire, 2 PSI in the tire, and so you're driving on your rim. Take it to the place, hoping it can get patched. They say too close to the sidewall, so we need to replace it. And they ordered it, and it should arrive today. Should be replaced today. Is that correct?
Yes. Landry, we have an answer to your question.
What was my question?
I washed the glass jar before I used it and put sun tea every day. And I have a nozzle. I have a nozzle at the bottom of the jar. Has it one of those nozzles like Granny did?
Little nozzle, yeah.
And I like the Dixie Chicks version better, but I like Cody Johnson's too.
Yeah.
And that's allowed.
Yeah.
Of the two.
And that's okay.
Of the two, I prefer the Dixie Chicks version. I think it's more poignant.
Yes, I agree. Something about it's more, I would consider it more acoustic. Not entirely, but it's...
Cody Johnson's almost upbeat.
It's
not sad. He took a sad song and tried to make it not sad. Chopper Dave says, Landry, I had a smelter joke, but it melted in this heat. How about that? Good on you, Chopper Dave. I had a smelter joke, but it melted in this heat. 225-9697. What do you like better? Dixie Chicks version or Cody Johnson's version of Travelin' Soldier?
I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier.
For the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. When the letter said, the soldier's coming home.
Oh, that's good. That's a fiddle. That's a fiddle. All right, we are receiving late breaking word from the game warden. Lieutenant James Edwards, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife, Beckham County Hunter Education Course. Tomorrow. Oh, man. Saturday, August Double Deuce. Saturday, August Double Deuce. That's also known as tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. At, hold on, scroll up. Oh, Western Technology Center in Elk City, 301 Western Drive. You know where Western Technology Center is in Elk City? Behind Tractor Supply, near the 5-plex, 10-plex. In the walking track, west side of Elk City, that's where it's going to be. Beckham County Hunter Education Course tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can contact Lieutenant James Edwards at the Oklahoma Department of Lieutenant James Edwards at the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife, 799-3950. And I'm only giving that number out because it's right here in front of me. 799-3950. 799-3950. It's hard to sing a song and read a thing at the same time, but I'm trying. Soldiers coming home. 225-9697 is our text line. Which one do you prefer? Cody Johnson, Travelin' Soldier, Dixie Chicks, Travelin' Soldier. What do you got for us? 225-9697. These are the chicks, by the way, in case you didn't know. I love their musicality. And they're not afraid of fiddles and dobros and mandolins and acoustic guitars. And well, that's an upright bass. That's a fiddle. $7:33, it is finally Friday. Coming up, your weather breakdown. We got Micah Kilhoffer, Elk City Mayor, waiting in the wings. Jared Ather with local news coming up at about 7:50. Currently, 78 degree skies, mostly clear. My name is Nathan Brewer, and I really, really appreciate you listening to this show.
Dehydration, injuries, viruses, sunburns. Summer can throw a lot at you. At Express Wellness Urgent Care, we're ready for it. We provide quality, affordable care 7 days a week, where walk-ins are always welcome and most major insurances are accepted. Stop by and see us right here in Elk City or find more of our clinics all across Oklahoma. Don't let bad health ruin a great summer. Find your nearest clinic at expresswellnessurgentcare.com. That's the letter expresswellnessurgentcare.com.
Briley Baca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
One of my earliest memories was waking up to a box of donuts on the kitchen table. By the time I woke up, Dad had already been at work for hours. He'd come home just long enough to leave breakfast for me, take me to school, and then head right back to the office. Back then, I thought it was all about the donuts. Looking back, I realized it never really was. Dad wasn't just building a business, he was building a reputation. One handshake, one family, one relationship at a time. If you're looking for experienced retirement guidance from a family that spent more than 3 decades earning the trust of people we serve, we'd love the opportunity to earn yours. I'm Briley Baca with Advanced Financial Strategies. Now the donuts are long gone, but the work ethic that put them on the table is still the foundation of everything that we do. Call us today, 323-6800, or visit our website, retirewithbaca.com.
Old Trapper Jack here again, and since I've been practicing my axe throwing at Mountain Man's Axe Throwing and Grub in Elk City, I ain't lost one axe fight. And my belly's always full with their awesome grub. Grab all your buddies and come on down. Pre-book online at www.mountainmanselkcity.com. They're open Thursdays from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and then again from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., Saturdays from noon to 8:30. Dine in or carry out. Located at 325 South Main Street here in Elk City. Come on down and bury the hatchet.
When you look in the mirror and see straight pearly whites, you know it's going to be a good day. When you show off that beautiful smile to others and they smile right back, your day gets even better. That's what Invisalign can give you. They're clear aligners you wear in your mouth. No wires, no brackets, no metal. Most people won't even know you're wearing them. But when you're done, you get to have straight teeth that'll make you want to smile. I'm Dr. Jamie Cameron at Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford. We're having a huge savings event on Invisalign September 17th and 18th. That's up to $1,000 off Invisalign treatment. Spots are limited, so call to see if you're a candidate. 816-6700. 816-6700. Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford, catty corner to Walgreens, where we treat you like family and do life-changing dentistry. Saving up to $1,000 on a beautiful smile is worth the call. 816-6700. 816-6700.
America's favorite pickup just got a little sweeter. Ford Motor Company is offering 2.9% interest for 72 months and 2.9% interest for 84, plus $1,000 customer cash on all F-150s. If your old one got too old, it's time to trade in and trade up. If you've only driven the others, come see why so many only go F-Series. And then let us take care of you like we see you at the family reunion. We call it the Barbara Dyson difference. Summer savings continue at Barbara Dyson Ford in Elk City. Online, barbadysonford.net.
That's beautiful. 7:37 coming up on 7:38. We're flying through the finally Friday edition of the Early Morning Show. Let's take a look at your forecast. Oh, surprisingly, it's going to be sunny and hot today. High of about 107, so we are in a heat advisory. Sunny and hot, 107. Southwest winds 5 to 10. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 76. And then tomorrow, sunny and hot, 105. So today, 107. Tomorrow, 105. Welcome to Phoenix, everybody. Right now, 79 degrees on the back porch, KECO radio, about 45% humidity. Winds are light, sun is up, time's at hand. There's a stir across the land. And so begins another day on life's highway. Steve Warrener. When your operation runs on equipment, you got to keep the equipment running. Get just about everything your engines need at Camrock Supply. Buy it in bulk at Camrock Supply because it saves you time and saves you money. Who wants to save time and money? Everybody. Next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City, it's Camrock Supply. Mr. Mayor Micah Kilhoffer, Elk City Mayor, is in the room. It's Friday, segment 3, The Municipal Moment with Micah Kilhoffer. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
Doing well. I was just going to say, every time I come in here, you read the forecast before. It's a good time to debut as a meteorologist because you can't get it wrong. It's the same every day.
It is, I know.
Yeah.
It is such a boring for a month now.
Yeah.
It's been such a boring forecast. And it's funny to me to hear the TV people to try to, hype it and really, is it going to get down to 97 in 10 days? We'll take a look at it. Okay, sunny and hot, we got it.
I think we'd all take 97 right now.
Doesn't that sound good?
It does. Refreshing.
Well, according to my information, there was a city commission meeting for the Elk City City Commission of Elk City this past Wednesday. The city commission meets twice a month, first Monday of the month and the third Wednesday of the month. I wonder how they decided that. Is that in the city charter that's when the commission will meet?
Yes. Yeah.
First Monday of the month and third Wednesday of the month. It's a Monday night, but a Wednesday afternoon, making it accessible to everybody.
Correct.
So if you can't stay up until 7 p.m. and go to the first Monday, you can go to the 2 p.m. just after your midday nap. Go to the 2 p.m. meeting the third Wednesday of the month. And I looked over the agenda. I have to admit, I wasn't at the meeting. So I looked over last Wednesday's agenda this morning, and it looks like 99% of it is just taking care of business and paying some bills.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything extremely exciting, but I do want to point something out, and I may have mentioned it in the last couple of weeks, but something that I've always heard, and now I'm getting to be a part of, and, a lot of this credit goes to our city manager, but Elk City has always been able to take advantage of grants and things that come about because of our ability to look ahead and pre-engineer these projects. And so the reason I bring that up is there was 3 items on the agenda that were all engineering projects. That doesn't mean that we're turning around and doing those tomorrow. But what that does is that gives us the ability, if an opportunity comes around, the state or Fed or whatever, has a program or some grants out there to hand out some money or give some loan forgiveness. We're always out ahead of that, getting those pre-engineered and shovel ready so that we can jump on top of those opportunities.
Looking at the agenda, I was just, all right, consider pay this bill. It was budgeted. Pay this bill. It was budgeted. Okay. And then you got into, it looks like, dealing with dilapidated properties. And this is one of those, every city in the world deals with this. And Elk City deals with it. And I've heard a lot of stories about this. And so you got properties that the city has standards for safety's sake. The city has standards for what a structure needs to be. And when it starts to fall below those standards, the city inspector will say, this is a problem. Right. So we need to do something about this. And then they contact the homeowner if they can, and then say, okay, you need to do something. And then you start this process between the city and the homeowner. And it can become there can be friction there because whether they live there, and often it's people who don't actually live there, they live far away, but when you own a property, you don't want to be told it's about to fall out of compliance and might have to be, torn down or something. And so this is an ongoing process. And did I count correctly that there were 3 properties you guys dealt with this past Wednesday?
Yes,
I think
is
that's
correct.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Was anything decided on any of them?
Yeah. So first off, I want to say hats off to the boots on the ground, Jackie Addington and Gary Nix, that get to deal with that, on a daily basis. The last thing I personally, and I feel that the commission is the same way, we don't want to take a home from someone. We don't want to tear something down if we don't have to. But, I'll read this last little portion. Determining a building to be detrimental to public health, safety, and welfare, and ordering removal of the structure. And so that's what it's all about. I mean, it's not the wrong color of paint, or your flower beds aren't good enough. It really is buildings that are a hazard.
We're not talking. This is not an HOA issue,
right?
Because I saw a story the other day from an Oklahoma City news program that there was somebody in Oklahoma City who wanted, because it's so hot, she wanted to put a window unit in her home.
I saw that same
story.
Did you? Yeah, I did.
And the homeowners association, who has rules for that neighborhood, said no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole different issue. What we're talking about here is whether a house is actually, or whether a structure is safe.
Right.
This is not aesthetics. This is a safety issues here.
Yeah.
And so when a structure falls below certain safety standards, it's in the best interest of the owner and everybody else who might happen into the area that be taken care of.
Correct.
And I mean, people are people, and some people respond really well. Some people respond well eventually. Other people don't respond well at all. And so what I have found, Micah, is that it seems to me the Oak City Commission is very patient in this process, and they are willing to give a second and third and sometimes a fourth opportunity to just make progress, right?
Yeah. So to answer your question, it's funny. All 3 of these were basically tabled for 90 days. When we see progress, it's real easy to give that time. It's, we've seen a lot of them where someone shows up and promises, we're going to get all this done, in a short time period, and then literally no contact is made to the inspectors, and no progress is worked. And that's where, it's tough making those decisions. But that's really where the line's kind of drawn, at least for me personally. And I think the inspectors would feel the same way. If you're showing progress and because that's the ultimate goal. We don't want to tear something down. We want it to be improved and put back into, a safe manner. And so, yeah, all 3 of those were actually, were moved 90 days out. And so they'll come back on the agenda, I believe, in November. And we'll vote again.
96.5 KECO is the early morning show. We're talking to Elk City Mayor Micah Kilhoffer, specifically about last Wednesday's mid-month meeting of the Elk City Commission. And it looks like item number 13 was a supervisor's report. You brought in Cliff Jackson to give a report on the wastewater plant. And this is one of those things that probably flies below the radar of the average citizen of Elk City. But boy, how important is dealing with wastewater. What did Cliff Jackson say? What's going on at the wastewater plant?
Basically, a good report. Everything is operating at 100%. We're trying to make sure that we have backup pumps in all of our booster stations around town. And there was some issue with a contractor, and we're trying to work through that. Not necessarily a contractor. I guess it would be a company that we use for maintenance. But everything is good. I will say I've heard some complaints about the golf course, and for those that don't know, we use gray water on the golf course. Well, it's been I think nearly a month now that we have not been able to use gray water. Turns out when it's 147 degrees every day, the water evaporates really fast, so the levels are actually too low to be pulling from that water.
Explain what gray water is.
Gray water would be I don't know the actual term, but safe water to put back onto the ground.
Not necessarily water you want to drink.
No.
But it's okay to use for watering.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. But because of the dry conditions, it's been problematic.
It has, yeah. And so when the water's evaporating so fast that you can't use it, guess what it does to your golf course? I mean, there's still watering out there, but It's just not getting the enriched gray water that it was.
And then the city manager spoke. He talked about ongoing projects and gave a monthly financial report. What did he have to say? What did Tom Ivester have to say?
That's a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on. I can't really dive off into one specific thing, but something that I don't know if he mentioned it in his report, but he has told me this recently and shared this information. But the pool just recently closed. Some numbers I have for you.
Okay.
So take a stat. How many people do you think go through that facility during the season?
On a daily basis or a weekly basis?
Take a stab at whatever.
I'm going to guess on an average day, 200 people a day. So that would be, is it open 7 days a week?
Yes.
If so, that's 1,400 people in a week, which is about 3, what is that, 6,000 people a month?
So let's try 500 a day.
Woo!
3,500 to 4,000 a week, and that for the year is just over 39,000 people.
Good night. That's a lot of traffic.
So yeah, that little, well, not little, but basic pool that used to be there is much different today than it used to be.
Much higher traffic.
Yeah.
Much bigger draw.
Yeah, and we've done a lot of night swims this year, and I can't remember the exact numbers, but I mean, just massive turnouts for those things.
So they went well.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I actually walked through one of them, and it kind of blew my mind. I mean, it was. I didn't necessarily want to be there, but just crap. lot of screaming kids and just a lot of movement, but it's great for our community.
Super, super funny. Hey, did the venerable governor of Oklahoma make his way to Elk City recently?
Did. Yeah, so he's doing his farewell tour, hitting all 77 counties. The governor's office reached out to Representative Archer about coming to Elk City, and they had a small lunch planned. Just I think it was in the neighborhood of 30 or 40 people, but we had the record-breaking sales tax numbers. And we got that information on Monday, and this was after the governor had already announced he was coming out. And so I had told Tom months ago, as we were kind of seeing those numbers creep up, I said, if we break 1.5, we've got to celebrate in one way or another. And so I just kind of left it to him. And, when we got that news, he started planning. And so his idea was basically to feed them lunch and give them the afternoon off. And it just kind of synced up with when the governor was here, and so long story short, governor said, hey, let's just combine and let's do a big lunch and celebrate. So it was quickly thrown together, but it worked out great.
I hate to steal, I don't want to steal the show. Is there anything in particular that you want to mention?
Yeah, so if you don't mind,
no, go ahead.
A little plug. Tonight, the middle school cheerleaders for their fundraising are hosting a taco dinner, taco and bingo. I love tacos and I love bingo. And if you don't have to cook on a Friday night, then what's better, So $10 a plate for tacos. That comes with a free bingo card. Bingo cards are $3 for $1 or $5 for $2. This will be at the First Christian Church, or the Fount, on the corner of Country Club and Randall. And tons and tons. I have a list of prizes, and there's so many that I was just like, okay, I'm just going to have
I can't list all these.
So to summarize it, there's a lot of oil changes, gift baskets, there's a TV in there, and a bazillion gift cards.
A bazillion gift cards. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. So we had the governor visit, topping 1.5 million, and the city celebrated by hosting the governor and having a party for city folks. And I could imagine that the city employees, I know personally, the city employees really enjoyed it and appreciated having a lunch and an afternoon off.
Well, I think the city employees kind of get taken for granted at times. I mean, none of this happens, talking about the wastewater plant. If your toilet doesn't flush, it's a bad day. And especially if the whole city's toilets aren't flushing, There's a pretty good story out there about what your day would be like if it weren't for the municipal employees. I mean, you couldn't even get out of the driveway.
I mean, hauling away the trash that we just, you throw it in the dumpster and you don't think about it again. Well, that fills up.
Yep.
And it's got to get taken away, and that's got to get taken somewhere, and that's the landfill.
That's right.
And the water flows in for a reason, and it flows out for a reason when you need it to.
Exactly.
And that's city folks helping make that happen.
Yep. Hey, and you mentioned landfill. We're one of very few municipalities in Oklahoma that still have a landfill. I think there's only like 14 in the state.
Why is that the case?
It's very expensive to operate. It's you have to have your permit with the DEQ and maintain that side of it, and just the equipment cost is. I mean, you think about bringing trash in and dumping it, and then you got to do something with it. It's not real friendly to the equipment, so it's a major cost, and it's a hurdle.
For the cities in Oklahoma that don't have their own landfill, do they have to contract with a nearby town for their landfill, or is there a third option?
Yeah, so I guess there would be I'll say that again. Do they have to contract?
Do towns have to contract with another city that actually has a landfill, or is there some other way? I mean, they can't burn it all, right?
Well, I mean, I guess they could, but they'd probably be on national news. But a lot of them have polycarts, which we should be very thankful we don't have. Anytime you want to complain about a dumpster, just ask someone that has a polycart that they have to wheel out on a certain day of the week, and hope
that blows over with every storm. And
yeah. And so I just learned this this week, actually, before the council meeting, that we charge by the ton, what comes in our landfill, and the municipalities that use polycarts, they charge by the polycart. So it doesn't matter if you put a bag of trash in there or if you pack it to the top, as deep as you can. It's the same cost.
Huh. So be thankful we have a landfill.
Yes.
That's the moral of that story.
Yep.
And this just the kind of stuff that goes on and has to be decided within a city that most folks just don't think about on a daily basis.
Yeah. And there's a lot of it out there.
You throw the trash away and you say, well, okay, well, it just gets taken away and I don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Out of sight, out of mind.
We have it pretty good.
Micah Kilhoffer, Elk City Mayor. Micah, anything else we need to let the folks know?
No, I'll just say, going back to the prizes on the taco dinner, and then also the tax numbers. I just want to say thanks to all the businesses in town, because it's a hard time of year, because someone is walking in their door almost daily asking for some type of donation. And I just read a story this week about how it's tough for business owners to want to do that when somebody might be walking in that hasn't donned their door in years, and they're asking for a handout.
Yeah,
so
here's a great life lesson. If you give a little, you get a little, right?
That's
Remember,
right.
there's a push and pull. If you want to get, you got to give. It's very helpful. So shopping local has many benefits.
Exactly. It comes back around
Mm-hmm.
in our sales tax, and then in turn we're able to keep the toilets flushing in Elk City.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Micah Kilhoffer, Elk City Mayor. Micah, good to hear from you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep. Thank you.
Let's listen to Jared give us news on KECO.
Good morning, sunny and 78. Heat advisory until 9 p.m. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Atha. Oklahoma House Speaker Pro Tem Anthony Moore of Clinton has been selected to serve on the executive committee of the National Conference of State Legislatures. Moore began his one-year term during the NCSL Legislative Summit in Chicago in late July. The bipartisan executive committee serves as the governing body for NCSL, which represents more than 7,300 state lawmakers and about 30,000 legislative staff members nationwide. Moore will help guide the organization while representing Oklahoma's interest in national discussions involving state governments. NCSL works to strengthen state legislators, share policy ideas among states, and represent state interests at the federal level. Moore's appointment also gives Western Oklahoma a voice within the national organization. His current term runs through the NCSL Legislative Summit in Atlanta in August of 2027. Executive committee members may serve up to 3 one-year terms. Sayre and Cloud Chief Fire Departments are among 6 Oklahoma volunteer departments receiving $10,000 grants through the 2026 State Farm Good Neighbor Firefighter Safety Program. The program, offered in partnership with the National Volunteer Fire Council, awarded $1.5 million to 150 volunteer fire departments nationwide. The funding is intended to help departments purchase equipment that improves firefighter safety and emergency response. The Sayre Fire Department says it intends to use its grant to purchase emergency radios and lights. Cloud Chief Fire Department, located near Cordell, was also selected, along with departments in Muskogee, O'Keene, Perry, and Seminole. The National Volunteer Fire Council says 82% of U.S. fire departments are made up entirely or mostly of volunteers, and many operate with limited budgets. The Good Neighbor Firefighter Safety Program began in 2024. State Farm has now provided a total of $4 million through the program to help volunteer departments purchase critical equipment. Beckham County Sheriff Derek Manning is warning residents about a recent increase in scams, with several targeting senior citizens. Manning says scammers have posed as the sheriff's office and phone companies using calls and text messages that appear legitimate. He says the messages often create a sense of urgency to pressure victims into providing money or personal information.
When they send messages that make it sound like you either owe them money or you're going to be owing them money if you don't do this right away, those are all scams. Don't give them any information.
Manning says residents should be skeptical of unexpected calls or messages asking for personal information. He recommends refusing to provide any information and reporting suspicious messages immediately. These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Sunny, 78 outside. A heat advisory until 9 tonight. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Aitha.
There's this word we throw around a lot. Urgent. Urgent emails, urgent meetings, urgent everything. But when it comes to your health, urgent means something bigger, like not having to wait days or weeks for a doctor's appointment when you need care now. At Express Wellness Urgent Care.
He said Express Wellness Urgent Care. I apologize. That was my fault. Express Wellness Urgent Care. Express Wellness Urgent Care. There you go. Fox News Exploring Energy Radio at 10 today and Ag at noon. Backroads at 3. Country music all day and local news and sports coming up on 96.5 KECO in Elk City. We're in a heat advisory today, so take it easy on yourself. We're looking for a high this afternoon of about 107. Those temperatures are no joke, so please be careful. Avoid prolonged exposure to the sun, and if you do have to be outdoors, wear light-colored, loose clothing that's breathable and stay hydrated. And then when you're